This is it, guys. The final round of the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup before the Olympics get started in just under 3 weeks' time. And what a fitting place for it. The French Alps, where historic Le Jet provides the perfect testing ground. By the end of today, we will have a clear idea of what we can expect when our athletes take the starting line in Paris. Plus, there are just 3 rounds remaining towards the overall World Cup title, adding plenty of spice into the mix.
So it starts with that famously tough, long climb, the never-ending climb. Certainly feels like it when you're riding it. Then heads up into the wood line. Technical descents are plenty. Lots and lots of routes in there. Before it heads back up again, really a tale of 2 climbs and 2 descents, drops down through the big bike park turns, heads through this really tricky piste section. It's been soaked all night, massive amounts of water falling last night. And the lights go green and they are racing in the J. Keller slips her pedal, moves backward, gobbled up by the pack, but it's Rebecca Henderson and Gwendolyn Gibson going toe-to-toe at the first climb. Richards is with them as well.
Yeah, and good start for Anne Terpstra as well, coming back from injury. Good short track and leading them up this first hill.
Yeah, this climb so synonymous with cross-country racing in Léger. It's long, it's steep, and it's really uneven, really tricky conditions.
Got these few bends now. Another good start, Kate Corney. Scott Schramm, and she was the winner here, 2019, so good history on this course.
So Samara Maxwell currently in 45th then. Remains to be seen if she did in fact get tangled up with that crash. There's Puck Peterson, that was moving into the lead of the race now. Puck Peterson at the top of that climb. Can she make it pay for today? Puck Peterson going straight down the middle off that big steep roll in. We saw the under-23 women, some of them at the very front, struggling with that feature earlier this morning, but the elites ticking it off at full chat. Ollie, what are you seeing here?
Yeah, just coming down, just coming off blind, and then just braking. There's a really fast line if you cut across the bridge.
Puck Peterson, you can see the effort, 178 beats per minute, right out there in zone 5, 90 to 100%, giving it gas.
Yeah, and we saw Candice Lill just going past Blunk on the climb and just getting into a rhythm. I mean, she's got good rake form this year, good climbing legs. Struggled a little bit in the last round in Crans-Montana, but, you know, a podium in Val de Soleil as well, top 3, so almost the revelation of the season so far, Candice Lill.
Yeah, Candice Lill, what a time she's having. Henderson just having to unclip there and holding up Kate Courtney in the process. So that'll help Puck Peterson. Here we see where that overtake might have happened. Courtney having to hang a leg off behind them. Blurtlinger tries to get up the inside. I did just spot a bit of dirt on the jersey as she got past Terpstra.
Do you get extra points for taking out a camera guy?
Oh, nearly. As we see Henderson moving past Courtney now. So Rebecca Henderson downplayed her chances.
And the chasing group now are forward, Keller and Candice Lill.
But we know she must have been playing a bit of poker with that one. So hearing from course side, apparently Alessandra Keller has got a really good line through those grassy turns on that descent where we saw Ronja Blurtlinger.
US champion.
There we go. So 193 beats per minute. Sevilla Blanc's max currently revving at about 185, so that's pretty high.
With Kate Courtney behind her, not qualified for Olympics. That's Haley Batten, who is not here.
Well, here's somebody we haven't seen in a while, Puck Peterson. Out front lifts one by 54 seconds, just having to run across that little awkward rock section, and with her cyclocross pedigree, see how quickly she was back on the bike there. She'll be absolutely no stranger to the mud out there.
Yeah, but it shows how slippery it is also for Puck Peterson. There's time for her to play with.
And Candice Lill has broken free of this pair. Lill now in second place. Henderson and Keller on your screens now, locked together. Keller fancies getting back ahead of the Australian rider. And is there a danger, Ollie, that you can get caught up racing the rider around you and you can actually slow each other down?
Yeah, I think sometimes there's a synergy of being together. The fight amongst yourself drives you forward, but I think on this course, with the technical, you almost get in each other's way a little bit.
Evie Richards, Ollie, talk us through it.
Yeah, she got into that midsection where there's no grip, but fair play to her, just gets the foot out, pins it in.
Whoa.
Well saved. Oh, you look at that little pirouette as well, straight back on.
Nearly a full all the way round. There is second place, Candice Lill gritting the teeth through this descent on the Cannondale, the privateer. so easy, Bart, on that section in particular, just to end up being a bit of a passenger on the bike.
It looks like Puck, she's a little bit faster in the descents, gaining a little bit of time again, but Candice very strong in the climbs today.
It looks like Puck's really taking them on, Ollie, being really aggressive with these descents.
Yeah, throwing herself in, and this descent in particular, that drop in blind, and then halfway down it's roots, 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 and then you have a drop off. What we've seen in some of the other races, the under 23 women, Olivia and Esty kind of getting a bit out of shape in the first bit, and then by the time you get to the bottom, you're all over the place, especially with that drop off, and it's a really tough section.
Now it looks like she's riding away.
Yeah, and in a good rhythm, looking smooth. And she did what was quite a smart thing was her own start left. A lot of riders have tried to go with Peterson, like Henderson and Courtney.
Yeah, it's easy to blow up.
Whereas she just went, okay, this pace is maybe a bit hot for me. I've got 7 laps of this to do. I'm just going to back off a little bit, take my time, use your experience. But now, I say, super smooth.
Here's Keller off the ramp and into the really off-camber slick section. Look at her line here, really wide.
That's the perfect line.
And then cuts across.
Yes, that's how you have to
textbook.
do it. Yeah.
That has been met with lots of nods of approval in the commentary booth.
That's the way you do it. Like you say, you come in a little bit slower, go out wider, but then you're set up for the technical bit, and that's like kind of that higher level skill.
Sevilla Blanc decks it at the bottom of that descent.
Yeah, it all costs time. And then also her grip covered in mud. Annoying.
But I think that's, like I said, the approach. We spoke to her after the short track win yesterday, and she said, it's my first games. I'm going to go, well, relaxed. And,
yeah, sometimes it's also how the race starts and what kind of morale you get into this race. And definitely for some of the riders, it will take the best out of themselves. And like Peter's almost at the highest point of the course. Coming into the descent again.
Still taking on that really aggressive position on the bike that she has. Same way she rides the cyclocross part, just really over the bike, gets the elbows out.
Yeah, sometimes you have to work hard also with your upper body to move your bike underneath, to jump over these rocks. So it's a lot of balancing. It's not only pushing your legs, but also working with your upper body. Oof.
Oh, just bike wanting to go the opposite direction, gets tangled up in the course marker. She gets away with that, you know.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, this last couple of laps, you're just starting to get a bit, but the fatigue's kicking in.
Yeah.
There we go. She's crossed the 2-minute mark now.
Wow.
2-minute lead for Puck Peterson ahead of Candice Leal on lap 6 out of 7 here in Leger.
It has been a while ago that we have seen such a big gap in between the number 1 and 2 in the race. Yeah, the South African riders, they do well.
Yeah, really, really good. Alan Haverly, super strong in the short track. And we're going to see the elite men's race coming up next. Cannondale factory race, and all 3 of them onto the front row. Bit of formation flying maybe on the first lap.
Big miles, and sometimes you need a race like...
Whoa, look at the Peterson over here.
Peterson unclipped.
At the Red Bull rock and roll.
Something has gone on at the top of that. I mean, she's got 2 minutes 23 to play with. And in trouble now, Puck Peterson.
She's now got to drop into this bridge. A bit out of shape.
Just one. Is it a front puncture?
No, I don't think so.
Keller, 3rd place at the minute. Peterson, not far to go now. Just these 2 little rock sections. Takes one off. Celebrates.
Yeah, her team pits it. That's over there on the right side.
Heads through the last one safely. Puck Peterson is going to head towards the line and win her opening UCI cross-country Olympic World Cup of the season. Puck Peterson takes the win in Leger, absolutely smashes them in France. Puck Peterson takes the win by an incredible margin. We'll wait for the clock to stop on it, but on the way into an Olympic Games, shots fired. That was a statement of intent from Puck Peterson, and she knows it. Taking on the world's best as a privateer and winning. Candice Leal heads towards the line for 2nd place today. Candice Leal is about to get her career best UCI cross-country Olympic World Cup finish in some style. Candice Leal 2nd place today behind Puck Peterson.
fantastic result.
Absolutely superb. It was never just a flash in the pan this season. Candice Leal is right up there with the very best mountain bikers in the world. And speaking of which, here comes the series overall title lead holder, Alessandra Keller on the #1 Tumas. As we always say with Keller, she has battled every step of the way today. Keller treats herself to a hatful of points for third place, a successful weekend's racing for her, and another rider who will be full of confidence heading into those summer games. She's had to dig deep today, Sweden's golden girl, and she's going to be rewarded with 4th place for Jenny Risvids.
Yeah, rightly so. She'll be super happy with that. Having had I said that clash in Nova Mesto just took her out of a rhythm a bit, but to come back and get a good race in Europe.
Yeah, I'm just super happy. On Friday I already felt I had good legs, but maybe, yeah, like I said then, didn't take the smartest tactic. And now, yeah, I know if I have good legs that I can do it from the start. And I just, yeah, tried to go full gas from the start, and luckily it worked out. We had a really good training camp with the team, and yeah, I'm just happy to show my good form here.
Puk Petersen on the podium after her most dominant cross-country Olympic UCI World Cup win to date. The Dutch woman hitting her career best cross-country form right when it matters, heading into Paris 2024. Petersen takes the win by 2 minutes 37 seconds from Keller, Risvids, Terpstra, Richards, Blunk, Steger, Boe, Mitterwallner. Keller still has that chunky lead, but Puk Petersen is 225 points behind her now. It's come down, and it's Batten missing in action this weekend. Blunk, Lille, Risvids, Richards, Steger, Indergand.